Arrow. For 8 seasons we followed along, we followed their journey of saving the city and not failing the city. You guys know them as John Diggle, Felicity Smoke, and Oliver Queen. Make some noise for my guests, David Ramsey, Emily Beth Rickard, and Stephen O'Neill. So I don't know if you guys remember this because it's been a number of years, but we have shared the stage together down in Atlanta. 2017, we were approaching the Earth X crossover. So there has been a lot that has happened since we've been on stage. We've seen the Arrowverse come to an end. Arrow obviously came to an amazing close, at least in my opinion. What's the general feeling and emotion having seen this project that you guys started, you guys basically created, come to a close after basically a decade of everybody following along with The Flash just ending? How's the overall emotion been?
I mean, it ended for us in November of 2019. I'm glad that The Flash got to keep going. I got to go back and do some fun stuff and be with David again. But I don't know, for me it's been a couple of years. Just because The Flash just ended, it's like, all right.
Fair enough. I know we do want to get to the audience questions if you guys have them. There are microphones on both sides. If you have questions, please feel free to line up. And we're going to get to them incredibly shortly. But I know as a fan of all three of yours, it's been great seeing you guys move on. David, we've seen you make appearances in the Arrowverse before it wrapped up. Emily, you moved on to film. And Stephen, we see you take on the role of Jack Spade in Heels, which I'm excited is finally coming back for the second season next month in July.
Any suplexes in that season?
What are you, a big wrestling fan now?
Huge wrestling fan.
I wonder why.
Gal's allowed to have a life, David.
True.
Wrestling kind of life.
And I know it was fun for me too, Stephen. I got to see you. I saw you like when you were rooting on Cody at WrestleMania. You were in LA for WrestleMania.
Yep.
So.
Yep. WrestleMania's maybe that'll be my next trip to Philadelphia. WrestleMania 40.
Yeah, it's here next year. Yeah. All right. You know what? Let's just dive into the audience questions so we can make sure we try and get through as many as possible. Let's start over this side here. What's your name and your question for the gang?
Hi, my name's Shane. I just have a question real quick. Specifically for Emily. Hi. I know that Felicity, at least for a lot of people, especially young girls in the superhero fandom, has been a huge inspiration. I mean, just as a character, I feel like so many people have seen her and realized she's kind of the best female example of a superhero who isn't insanely anything but smart. She's so smart and she's such an amazing, positive force. I just wanted to ask, how did you feel kind of becoming the face of this character? Especially since Felicity wasn't up in the Justice League before Arrow, and now she's a pretty decently common superhero name. I just wanted to ask how you kind of felt about becoming her.
Well, what a banger to start off with. I think the best part about Felicity is that she is unapologetically herself. So whether or not you're a superhero fan or what your gender is or who you are, you get to look at that person and be like, yeah, she's going after what she wants. She's incredibly intelligent, and she's just always herself. And that was inspiring to me as an actor, as a friend, as a woman, and I'm glad that it translated into this superhero fandom that we're all such big fans of.
Thank you so much. Real quick, just for everyone, I was wondering, my dad usually would come with me for something like this.
you ready?
Yeah, I'm filming.
Hi,
Hey,
Dad.
Dad.
We miss you. Happy wedding. Is it
Happy
yours?
wedding.
It's not his.
You're making
It's
Better
not
be really
yours.
important wedding that you're missing this for. We don't like you very much,
Any
Dad.
objections from us? I
This
don't
is not
think so.
cool at all not being here, Dad.
Thank you so
That's good.
much.
All right, over here, over this side, your name and your question.
What was it like playing a superhero? Well, you're dressed up as a superhero, right? And one of the reasons why people dress up as a superhero is because it's awesome. Now imagine that you got dressed up like that, but then got to go to work and got paid for it. That's being a superhero in a nutshell. I suppose that superpowers would be a big advantage, but oh.
All right, back over this side, name and question.
Hi, my name is Jonah, and what I wanted to ask is, what's interesting about Arrow is that it starts off at least kind of semi-grounded. It's mostly just, you three going after, like, corrupt billionaires. And then several seasons later, it's like, the cast expands, there's all these spin-offs, and now there's superpowers, time travel, aliens, and alternate universe versions of yourself. So what I wanted to ask was, did that sort of growth and change affect the way you look at the show, or like make it hard to keep track of everything?
I don't think that it made it hard to keep track of everything, but everything changes. Everything is a movable feast. We were supposed to be the superhero show with no superpowers on it. Smallville was supposed to be the show where Superman didn't fly, right? So if you ever hear any show, like if they're like on House of the Dragons, you'll never see anyone from Game of Thrones. You will. You definitely will. So how do you just try to on an episode to episode, season to season basis? We're just trying to do things that people enjoy and that people like, and sometimes you do things that they do. Sometimes you miss the mark, no pun intended, but that points you back towards what you do well. So, that being said, the crossovers did occasionally get confusing. For me,
Yes, for me.
personally. Like, I didn't know where I was or what I was doing.
What show I was supposed to be on
What
that
show
day?
I was supposed to be on.
At what hour?
So you take 5 minutes before you start a scene and literally go, what are we doing? Where are we? What show are we on?